Hey everybody, my name is CringeyJesse, and this is another episode of Formula One Manager 23, round number 11 here at Silverstone. Austria was a very bad race for us, and I'm really hoping for some improvement in this race. Pierre Gasly sitting at a 90 overall as he just did upgrade to that. Who knows, maybe Fernando Alonso's behind him. Who knows, maybe Fernando Alonso's dropping. I don't know. I don't know. Now, to look at the weather, it will be a nice rainy day. Nice rainy day. I am glad for that. I am very happy for that. It's been a minute since we've had a non-rainy race. But anyway, let's get right into qualifying. Here we are in qualifying Q1. We're going to send them both out as there will be penalties for both of my drivers. We had to buy a new ERS component for both drivers. And if I'm not mistaken, it is a 10-place grid penalty for new components. So they will both drop down 10. So hopefully we can get in the top 10 and not be last. Alonso sitting P20. If he doesn't improve, he won't have to worry about the penalty at all because he will just be P20 coming across the line. Can he improve up to P12? He will be in Q2 at this rate if he can hold on to it. Here comes Pierre Gasly, who has fallen down to P11. He will come across the line. Does he improve? No, he does not, but there's plenty of time for other people to improve. Magnussen doesn't look like he's going to improve as he's just sitting back there. We have Mick Schumacher, who finished in the top 10 during P3, and he will go into the top 10 here in Q1. We're going to look at Zhou Guanyu as he comes across the line here. Will he improve over just a P15? We will take that. Here comes Bottas into the pit lane, and it will be Gasly and Alonso moving up into Q2. But we need them into Q3. And here comes Gasly for the last lap. His last chance to improve and get up into the top 10. Can he do it? No, he cannot. Here comes Alonso. He locked up earlier, but so I don't think he's going to improve any at all. And no, he will not.
Hold on tight. It's the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Away we go here in Silverstone. I was wrong. We're not P19, not P20. We're P18 and P19. And there's a wreck already into turn 1. Multiple cars, and I saw 2 of them sliding off of the road. Where is the replay?
Now that looks like Lando Norris.
Coming down the road, it does look like Lando Norris as he takes out a AlphaTauri with him, sending 2 cars to the back. And as soon as Mark Slade is done talking to Pierre Gasly, I'll be able to tell you exactly who it was. It was Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris. Daniel Ricciardo somehow being able to save himself, keeping himself in that DRS range. My 2 guys are fighting each other for position of P16. So they need to hurry up and stop fighting each other for P16. We do have a different tire compound because I knew they were starting right next to each other. And for the most part, they are pretty good at staying with each other. And it looks like he got the jump as he trying to get side by side with him. Up the inside on the first turn, around the outside on the second. And no, that might have been able to hold on to being side by side with him. Yes, he did, as he's up in front, up into P15. Alonso still pushing. Down into turn 1 they go, right next to Magnussen. Up the inside. Magnussen has the inside now. There's a lot of turns right next to each other. Alonso technically having the spots in front of Magnussen. Will he be able to hold on to it as Magnussen comes back up the inside? No, he will not. Alonso will hold on to P16. Kind of want to see him get in front of him. Looks like he's going to be side by side with Bottas. He's going to have the outside first and then the inside. I think he learned from Kevin Magnussen. That inside turns way long, so he might just be able to make it stick. And up in front of Bottas, up into P14 goes Pierre Gasly. Calm down. as Bottas is losing heavily to Ocon, and that's not what we want for Alonso. We don't want Alonso to get stuck behind traffic. As Alonso looks like he's going to get stuck behind traffic. We're going to have to calm them down on the gas because they're already a 0.5. Looks like he's still side by side with a front wing advantage over Bottas. Will he be able to get him here? Not quite. Bottas still holding on to that inside, and Bottas falling in line. Ocon looking at the pit stop. Mediums are off. Hards are on.
You're in clear air.
And Gasly coming out P17 with the rest of the field boxing anytime now. Alonso, he stops. Hards off. Oh, there's a problem with the back tire. There was a problem on the back tire, so Gasly will get up into P16. Alonso dropping to P17 at the moment. There is Bottas. He's coming pretty quickly. Bottas will get in front of Fernando Alonso. We have more pitters. Kevin Magnussen being the next victim. Gasly moving up to P15 in front of the Alpine. Alonso looks like he will also be able to move in front of the Alpine. He does. Almost, and I mean almost, with another yellow flag out. Multiple cars have crashed ahead. Safety car is deployed, and I'm going to put everything very conservative as we wait for the highlight reel. We're looking at Mick Schumacher in P9. He was looking for his first points, I think. I don't think he got points yet. But, oh, it was, ooh.
Far from intentional, but there was contact. I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
Ooh. I couldn't see who that other car was. I'm going to assume Mick Schumacher is out. George Russell is out. And now it is a red flag. The race has been suspended. All cars will return to the... I wish I could speak. Will return to the pit lane.
It's time to pick up where we left off as the race restarts. It's lights out and away we go.
George Russell and Mick Schumacher both being knocked out of this race. And it is Pierre Gasly. We're going to start him over on some softs. However, I don't know if that was the way to go.
Lean on the tyres as much as you can. Okay.
I don't know.
Slow down now.
We'll see. Probably could have kept him out there on them hards.
Okay, understood.
And I do see them moving up some. So Pierre Gasly in P12, Alonso P13. I saw a little movement. There's been another crash involving multiple cars. As we're looking at Theo Pourchaire holding back, I believe, Alexander Albon. There's a little bit of a touch, and Alexander Albon way off the track, and that is probably where we moved up to P12 and P13. Side by side with Zhou Guanyu, looking to get up into P11. Can he make it stick? Going through this section, which has a name, and I can never think of it when it's time to think of it. Oh, Gasly also side by side with Esteban Ocon for P10. Got a front wing advantage into P10, into the points. Alonso sitting back watching a 3 wide. Alonso, Ocon, and Guan Yu. And now Gasly looking up into P9. Oh, going up against Theo Pourchaire. Can he make it stick? He can. Gasly side by side with Ocon. Almost missed it because I went to go look at Alonso side by side with Ocon. Almost missed it because I went to go look at Gasly. He's going to have the inside for the last 2 turns around lap 28 to start their lap 29. And in front of Ocon goes Alonso. Once again, I was watching Gasly as he's trying to get around Yuki Tsunoda, but Alonso gets around Theo Pourchaire. Doesn't look like it. A yellow flag is out. Another car has spun up ahead or down below. It looked like, I'm going to guess, a Norris. Gasly up into P8. Zhou Guanyu has spun. But Gasly's up into P8. Crash. There was a crash. and it's Oscar Piastri, and I believe Yuki Tsunoda. A little bit of a touch, and Pierre Gasly he just drove right by Oscar Piastri. Piastri gets him. Softs off, softs on, and he's out of there. All the way down to P9 as of right now. There goes P12 for Pierre Gasly. That was a quick stop for Alonso as well. He's going to come out in P12, Gasly. Wow, the 5th fastest. Anyway. Doesn't take long for Alonso to find Theo Pourchaire and get right in front of him. Gasly, I mean, about the same boat. I mean, he just hit less than a second behind Lando Norris. Gasly looking up the outside of Lando Norris coming into the next turn. He will have it side by side with a front wing advantage, and now the inside, as he will get up in front of Lando Norris for P11. Now he's right behind Magnussen. RS, he's going to look for the outside. He will be side by side. Front wing advantage up into P10. First DRS section, and Alonso's looking for the inside. He's going to just fly right by Daniel Ricciardo, and that is something we like to see. And that looks like a yellow sector 1. Up the inside on Esteban Ocon and that McLaren. And, oh, the front wing advantage. Ocon has the inside here. But Gasly is going to have the inside on the next 2 turns. And up into P9 goes Gasly. A purple sector 2 for Alonso as he comes across the line. New fastest lap. We'll take it. Looking for the inside on those hard tires of that Alfa Romeo. And up into P8 goes Pierre Gasly. So points for one driver. A lot of work for the other driver. Yeah, he did. Wasn't watching. I was too busy watching Alonso here. As Alonso gets up into P13, Gasly has points. Alonso's the next guy we need to get points for, as Ocon and Norris are fighting for P11. Alonso looks like he put his wing there. He's side by side with Ocon. Front wing advantage on Ocon with the inside here. Will he be able to separate the 2 McLarens? Not quite, as he goes up the inside once again. Being slowed down by Lando Norris. Ocon having the inside once more. DRS range coming up as he got the slipstream from Lando Norris. Ocon still right next to him. Alonso closing the window and taking goes Fernando Alonso. There's a crash ahead. Watch for debris, they say. Alonso up into P10 as Yuki Tsunoda was a part of a crash. As we look at Lewis Hamilton. Oh. Lewis Hamilton you've been hit. Okay, Lewis. Okay. DRS going down the outside here, coming up to the next turn. And into P5 goes Pierre Gasly. And we're going to look at the, as Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc come up side by side. Perez has the penalty, so it doesn't really matter, as he will come across the line first. Oh, wait. No, that's not going to help us. That's not going to help us.
Perez has crossed the line first.
Could he? That'd be something, wouldn't it? That would be something. We already passed it, but that would I thought about sending Alonso into the pit lane, Gasly coming across the line, P5, to see if he would jump in front of the couple cars in front of him. But Alonso finishing P9 with Lando Norris getting P10. That is your Silverstone Grand Prix here in Great Britain, the British Grand Prix, however you know it. I know it as the Silverstone. Sorry. Charles Leclerc getting the W here today, with Charles Leclerc coming in second place on one of the rivals of Carlos Sainz. Wow, Charles Leclerc getting first, Carlos Sainz getting second place, Sergio Perez getting third place. Max Verstappen, with that little wreck he had earlier with Sergio Perez, that wreck giving Perez the penalty, giving him P3 as he was with the first one across the line. Still finishes in front of Max Verstappen, Who gets P4? Pierre Gasly moving up 13 spots for P5. Lance Stroll gets P6. Lewis Hamilton P7. Oscar Piastri P8. Fernando Alonso moving up 10 spots for P9. Then Lando Norris getting P10. Then you have Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon, Kevin Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda, Zhou Guanyu, Daniel Ricciardo, Alexander Albon, Theo Pourchaire, Mick Schumacher, George Russell. Anyway, moving on to the Drivers' Championship, Max Verstappen still in the lead with 224 points. Sergio Perez in second with 178 points. Charles Leclerc having third place, jumping over George Russell. Carlos Sainz holding on to P5. Fernando Alonso, he got some points today, so he's no longer 84, he's at 86. But unfortunately, Carlos Sainz was able to get 18 points. So he's gapping us. He's extending that gap. We need to do something. Lewis Hamilton moves up to P7. Alexander Albon moves down to P8. Pierre Gasly staying in P9. He's getting closer to Alexander though. He's getting closer, and he's extending that gap from Lance Stroll, who moves up to P10. Esteban Ocon moving down to P11. Then we got Valtteri Bottas, Lando Norris, Kevin Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda, Oscar Piastri, Mick Schumacher, Zhou Guanyu, Daniel Ricciardo, and Theo Pourchaire. Moving on to the constructor standings, Red Bull sitting on top with 402 points, and Ferrari with 241 points. I do want to look at one thing real quick. Very close. Very close. So the Ferrari drivers together, the construction, is beating Max Verstappen by less than 20 points, and that is wild. Mercedes still in third place as they extended that gap from Haas, who has 141 points, sitting in P4, but they did better than Aston Martin, who's behind them. P6 is McLaren, then Alfa Romeo, Alpine, Williams, and still with 0 points, sitting in last place, AlphaTauri. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the Silverstone Grand Prix. Next is Hungary, whatever. Hungary, the Hungarian Grand Prix is next. That will be round 12. We did better. We definitely did better than Austria, and I am okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. Unfortunately, though, I am now in debt with $2 million. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't. I'm in debt, P4. Alonso might not get a contract renewal just because I do need cheaper drivers. I need cheaper drivers. I do. I don't know. Anyway, we're about halfway through the season. I think 11 and 12 is definitely the halfway point. We're definitely around the halfway point. So we'll see. We'll see. It's not looking for an exciting season if you're looking for someone to beat Red Bull. However, for Haas, it's looking for like an exciting season. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. If you can't wait for the next video, hit that subscribe button. I am trying to put out videos every 2 days, meaning after you see this video, 2 more days, you'll see the next video. Sometimes I might put up multiple videos in one day. Sometimes it might actually just be 2 days apart. I don't know. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me while we watch to see what happened. And I really just hope you enjoyed yourselves. But until next time, have fun doing whatever it is that you do, and I will see you next time.